Hey Scorpio, welcome, welcome. How are you? I am bringing you your second reading for the month of March. General reading for the collective of Scorpio, Sun and Rising. The readings are generally not date or time specific. This one, though, being that I'm conducting it right after the peak of the full moon in Libra, will probably have a lot of that energy flowing through it. So no matter when you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it's very likely your message, but there is probably going to be some impact of the full moon in Libra energy. And because I did the full moon in Libra reading a day ago, so you can check that. What came through there for the general collective was some very heavy energy, lots of shadow work and releasing of the shadow. And this is a very healing moon. So those two things kind of go hand in hand, just sort of the depth of the feeling and the bringing up of the wounds and then the releasing them. So whatever is rising up for you right now in terms of wounds being dismantled and released, Scorpio, it's likely also to be playing out in your relationships because Libra rules relationships. Venus rules Libra. Venus is all about love. So yeah, the little morning spread I did this morning for the membership levels was, again, also kind of heavy. And what I got out of that was two things for you, Scorpio. One is let whatever wants to go, go. So that was a message that came through. And the second is this is a time for you to lean on your spiritual team. In whatever way that speaks to you, Scorpio, whether it's prayer or meditation or nature or a full moon ritual that you can conduct, whatever it is, get it out and call them in. Because I kind of feel you're in need of that assistance from your spiritual team, your guides, your angels, your ancestors, right? Okay. So I just wanted to let you know that. And I'm going to do a little 3-card pull from Sacred Creator because we are in Aries mansion, which is all about, oh, this is so beautiful, all about our, coming into self, our identity, and then launching forward and initiating something new for ourselves in this next trip around the zodiac wheel. Gosh, this is so perfect for you. So first of all, you get you, the muse. You, the muse. And just so you're clear, this is card number 3. And I have discovered that in this deck, the first 22 cards of the zodiac, the first 22 cards of this deck, gosh, Laura, are aligned with the major arcana. So this is the Empress card, the divine feminine, you, the muse. So whether you're here as a masculine or feminine energy doesn't matter. Tap into your inner divine feminine. Beautiful, powerful. Second card is cut the cords of doubt. The cords of doubt can be seen in like the 8 of Swords, right? The 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords, all the thinking, overthinking, and kind of resisting, coming down on one side or another. The 2 of Wands played a favorable role in your in the morning reading that I did for the membership. So again, that sort of looking out and having to come down on one side or another, one path or another. And so here you got to cut those cords of doubt. And then the last card is card 22, raw intention. Raw intention. I'm going to look at that one for you, Scorpio. I want to be sure I kind of give you the right energy around that. So it says the essential meanings: intention brought to the wild power, savage love, divine intervention, powerful inspiration, channeling messages from source. That is what I was just talking about. Right? Communicate with your spiritual team and channel the messages that will help you with all of I feel there's a little bit of a struggle with the shadow and the light. So that's just all I'm going to say. The self-care message for this card is holding on to the details too tightly, right? Cut the cords of doubt. Not allowing source to intervene. This is all for, I mean, so spot on for you. Missed opportunities, getting stuck in your story, unchecked emotion that is sabotaging your efforts, right? So beautiful messages coming through the Sacred Creators Oracle for you, Scorpio, completely aligned with every little reading that I've done for this Libra full moon, including in the extended, the Scorpio message was the most challenging. Kind of left me with my jaw hanging open. So let's see what's going on in your connection. Just a reminder that the membership is now open. If you scroll down in the description box below the video, just a little bit, like a paragraph down, you will see a little note that says your spot is reserved in the membership, and there's a link you can click to read more about it and see if it's something you'd like to join. We'd love to have you. Okay. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I know this first part was heavy, but it's a pretty powerful lunation, and I really like to pay attention to the serious stuff when it comes to the cosmos. Wow, wow, wow. See? That's what I'm talking about. So the Divine Masculine is stepping into this reading in the energy of the Four of Wands. That is twin flame energy. That is the notion of life partnership here in 3D kind of being wrangled down from 5D. It's very lovely energy. We call this the 1111 card because you can sort of see the poles there. Anyway, and the feminine is stepping into the reading in fear, the moon. So Pisces energy, and the beginning of this month we had, or mid-month, we had the new moon in Pisces, which was kind of a challenge for a lot of people. And now we're wrapping it up in the culmination with this full moon in Libra. So, and Venus played prominently in both those moons. So I'm just going to pull the cards and then I'll walk you through it. Temperance in the past, Queen of Cups, and there's the reconciliation card in the future. Knight of Swords for the feminine in the past. Here's all the confusion and emotional overwhelm now. Wow. And then moving to calmer waters. So the good news, let's focus on the good news. The good news is I see the 2 6s in the future. By the way, always feel free to flip the energies around. Okay, let go of the labels for now. Find the side of the reading that speaks to your experience and the connection. The other side is that of your divine counterpart. I don't know if you're here as a Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising, or a cross watcher. So find the side that speaks to you. The other side is your divine counterpart. But I'm going to just continue with the way I do my spread. In the future, moving to the beautiful energy of the number 6, which is stable and grounded. It is... both of these cards signify a shift into something more harmonious, more blended, more, not all after we come through all the 5s, which is all about change and something that's in conflict and chaotic, we finally get the harmony and the balance. So here for the masculine, the 6 of Wands is a victorious homecoming, a reconciliation, finding win-win solutions. And this card for the feminine is about moving beyond the chaos, moving beyond the drama, moving beyond the turbulence to something calmer, more serene. Peace of mind here, Scorpio. So that's the good news. Where we are right now is I'm looking at a masculine who's kind of present experience of the connection. They're all about the Queen of Cups. That can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So we could have a feminine here that is the Scorpio, sun or rising. Doesn't have to be, but this is about love and emotional availability and empathy and compassion, high vibration love. And in the past, the masculine sort of recognized the wisdom in the waiting, wisdom in the patience. The Temperance card is about alchemy and things sort of transmutation of energy. So I'll clarify it to be sure I know what it was that was being transmuted, but their potential future outcome is very blessed and very harmonious. Looking good. I like it. Feminine in the past, Knight of Swords. This is about speaking truth to power, possibly feeling the need to deliver a truth. It feels pressured, like there was a sense of urgency about it. And what happened is it didn't kind of land, I think, where the feminine wanted it to. So now we're in this whole sense of emotional overwhelm and confusion. And these two cards together kind of have me a little concerned, because all this is just, it's possibly coming from something that you feel is hidden from view, veiled. That came through this morning. This was the challenge card. So there is emotional overwhelm, possibly some like baggage that's left undealt with. Something kind of is remaining here, and it's interfering with this feminine's ability to sort of get beyond their fears and or insecurities that are being triggered right now. But yet, there's an opportunity to move to calmer waters in the future. So, okay. Four of Wands. There's Libra. Could be Libra energy coming through. Justice. Five of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Seven of Cups. Look at the mirrored energy here. Wanting to get beyond. So there's some need for balance, restoration of balance and fairness. There could be a legal matter involved here. I'm only saying that because I see the Five of Pentacles is sort of, there's instability here. There can be scarcity mindset, lack consciousness, a sense of abandonment here that requires some resolution. I'm only saying that because I see that, and I see the patience of this divine masculine in the past. So there may be something that's kind of working its way through a system. If not, in the absence of that, this is a masculine who's all about restoring a sense of like a level playing field, because right now they're feeling on the outside looking in. And what's underneath is all this emotional confusion and overwhelm with regard to the Three of Cups and a desire to move to calmer waters. So these two cards coming out in the identical order as these two cards are showing you that there is a mirrored experience here. For the feminine, it's kind of right off the top of the deck. For the masculine, it's bubbling up underneath. That's fine. It's sort of in the psyche. It's something that's sort of pushing this masculine forward, even if they're not aware of it. But there is this third party energy, and I'm just going to bring that up. If there's no third party in your connection, I'm not giving you any new information. So don't go getting all suspicious. But there's something here that is causing a little bit of disruption, chaos, instability, confusion. So whatever that third party is, it can be a person, it can be an ex, it can be family members or friends, it can be distance, it can be because I'm seeing the justice, like that third person could be somebody in a position of authority that's sort of getting in the mix and causing all the emotional overwhelm. So I'm just going to let you know that. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. Gosh, see how mirrored you are? Look at. So remember I said that this feminine sort of felt pressured, maybe got out over their skis a little bit with this need to speak truth, to maybe defend their own honor, Knight of Swords. And here's the Knight of Swords again. right on top of that, clarifying the temperance. So what's that about? It's about, as this Knight of Swords made its way to this masculine in the past, they kind of stayed neutral. Temperance is about sort of staying in flow and exercising self-control and restraint in the face of maybe some fast-moving, if not even slightly furious energy. I'm feeling some fury, and I feel as if this masculine sort of dealt with it in a way that was very chill and zen. Chariot. Yes, we'll move on from this. We'll move beyond it. Chariot is Cancerian energy. It is a victory card. The Knight of Swords actually is a little bit of a victory card too. Underneath is the Three of Pentacles. So I feel as if this masculine, and I am going to take the Six of Wands because it comes out in the future. So underneath, right, this co-creative energy and an effort to sort of move forward together victoriously and have a win-win outcome. And it almost feels like when you look at Temperance with the two chalices, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Right now, feminine's running a little hot. I'm running a little cool. We'll find our happy medium. And I almost feel like that feels the same to me as the Six of Wands a little bit. We'll transmute it into something that's pleasing to both sides. I feel as if the Chariot, the moving on, what are we going to move forward to? An opportunity to build on what we have and to come through this victoriously and with an outcome that reconciles any differences. So that's good. That's in the past. Present experience of the connection is all about this Queen of Cups. Yes, the Eight of Swords. King of Pentacles. That was in the morning. Wow, 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 wow. King of Swords too. I feel like underneath this masculine sort of understands there's a strategy at play. They need to kind of get into some measure of strategy. Could be that they're over strategizing too. Since this is underneath, maybe that makes more sense because the Queen of Cups with the Eight of Swords. So really wanting to offer this feminine energy of the Queen of Cups some measure of their stability, some sense of anchoring, but they don't know their next best step. So there's a touch of overthinking here, almost being too much in one's head and trying to strategize, and that's possibly why the King of Swords is underneath. Because it's almost as if, yeah, the plan is to form my strategy, but then we get stuck in the weeds of those details when all you really want to do, dear masculine, is to offer this feminine some sense of structure, stability, a sense of I'm there. I'm there. You need me, you call. I show up for you. We show up for each other. This feels like a pretty stable source, and yet feeling stuck, not knowing the next best step underneath, operating more in their head than from their heart, and that could be part of the problem, right? Can't think your way through, dear masculine, you have to feel your way through. And then we have the Six of Wands in the future. Oh, my goodness. Yep. I think this makes sense to me. And did you just see that? This was big in the morning spread, so I'll take it. So underneath in the future, I think the communication that this masculine wants to offer is all about this new beginning, something more equal, equal give and take, the reciprocity of the Six of Pentacles, generosity of spirit, time, energy, resources. It is, it's not just about fairness and balance. It's about equity, like an equitable situation between both parties, giving as well as one receives. And I feel like the communication will be about that and taking the connection to the next level. That's underneath. What I get on top is I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. It feels like it's a very It's a struggle, and there's a bit of suffering to kind of get to this peace, but they're waiting. The seeds will have been planted with that Seven of Pentacles, and there's an understanding here that if I just kind of hold on and push forward a little bit further, the seeds have been planted and something will grow organically. And I feel like that's what their mindset's going to be, is they can no longer push. They can only offer it, and this is their motivation. Let's have the conversation about a way for us to get on stable, equal, if not equitable footing in this connection so we can take things to the next level. New beginning, big offer, however you like to look at it. This all feels super, super safe. I'm feeling the word safe coming through. I'm feeling some predictability in this. And so that leads me to a feminine who is not feeling that same measure of safety. The Lover's card. King of Wands. Oh my gosh, Maron. Yeah. The Nine of Cups, I think this feminine almost underneath, it's kind of like, well, I'm just going along to get along here. When you look at the Nine of Cups, generally cheerful chap. Kind of proud of the 9 cups behind him. It's got like wish fulfillment, feeling some emotional contentment here, pretty self-satisfied. But the truth is with this underneath, I feel as if this is a cover, almost as if a crutch. So I'm not going to expose myself. I don't need to. I'm okay. I'm okay with where I am. So there's some measure of complacency here underneath. I feel that this feminine is not sure if their divine masculine is even interested. The King of Wands is somebody who knows what they want, goes for what they want. This feminine may feel very attracted to this masculine and see all their sort of, that energy when somebody sort of walks into a room and you just kind of feel the tingles. So there's a literal physical response to this person that this feminine has. And in a way, I think that's what's contributing to some of the fear, triggering some insecurities, some questioning, can I trust the situation? And there's a choice that needs to be made about this connection. Do you accept this union, or do you run from the union of souls? The Lover's card is that energy of two becoming one, although you do need the individuation, which has been a theme. So I feel as if underneath the feminine's like, yeah, I'm not gonna rock the boat here. I'm a little nervous and apprehensive about how this is going. Does this person want the same thing I want? King of Wands is about desire. King of Wands in reverse, just gonna say it. King of Wands in reverse can be an unavailable lover, can be someone who, while they approach from a chemistry perspective, they're not always free to be in the connection. Does that make sense? I don't want to go too deep into that. Knight of Swords in the past. Yeah, feminine's been carrying something for quite a while. Yes, confirmation on that, dear feminine, that Empress energy of unconditional love. Wow. Seven of Swords, healing from the Seven of Swords is underneath. So I feel as if this feminine felt that something was going on that wasn't on the level and spoke truth to power about it. Just said, you know what? This doesn't work for me. I feel like that Knight of Swords. Remember I said fury? And here's the Ten of Wands. I'm offloading this negative karma. I'm done with this difficult cycle while maintaining my ascension, right? There is ascension in the Empress. There is unconditional love that sort of goes beyond time and space in this card. So there's beauty in the Empress. Yes, there's love in the Empress. This is Taurus and Libra, and therefore she's ruled by Venus. You can even see the Venusian symbol, the glyph there. And underneath, just really healing from something that felt deceptive, was perceived as a betrayal, perhaps. I know I keep shifting these darn cards, guys. You would think I would know how much space I'm working with. Seriously. No one's more annoyed with me right now than I am, okay? So yeah, speaking the truth to power about something that felt like it wasn't on the level, offloading the negative karma, and I feel that it kind of happened like a clap, right? Knight of Swords, whatever it was that you said, it came right out. And this masculine sort of responded with just this chill vibe, almost a non-response in that temperance. Lots of self-control and restraint, but also I'm feeling the mirrored back Knight of Swords energy, and yet a desire to kind of move beyond it. And underneath, wanting to resolve, reconcile, right, whatever this is, and work together. Whoo! But the feminine remains in this state of overwhelm and confusion. And with the moon and the Seven of Cups that I held up earlier by themselves, there is an energy of illusion to both of those cards. Okay? Is what I'm looking at, is what I'm seeing, is what I think this is really what it is. So some measure of doubt and I'm feeling some measure of, has this been like part of someone's plan? Does that make sense? Because it's come out before Scorpio, and I'm just feeling as if this feminine is sort of almost feeling a little tricked. Wondering, confused. All right, so that makes sense. Oh, look, so sweet. So FYI, little message of love or apology underneath. I feel as if this feminine received that message of love or apology, it would go a long way to healing them. The feminine at this point in all this is carrying all this by themselves. Nine of Pentacles, solidly single, solid for yourself. But with all this emotional overwhelm, certainly not coupling. Not coupling. Maintaining independence, right? Autonomy. And I feel that there's some healing that's needing to take place. It's probably ongoing at this moment, and underneath is this little message of love or apology. Sort of as if a single word could make all the difference. And that might push that boat right off the edge of the bank to move to something smoother and calmer, more peaceful, tranquil. Wow. And there's our Queen of Cups. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I feel as if this feminine is ready to manifest their stability. Six of Swords would be moving toward this sort of life partnership, stable, grounded. So here we go back to the merging. We get the, right now single, I'm just going to do my own thing is what I hear coming through. Unless and until I receive that message that provides the healing or spurs the healing that is needed. Jury's out on the Lover's card, involving a King of Wands. This masculine could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be. But I feel as if this feminine in the future is going to be ready to move toward that peaceful, calm outcome, something more unified, building bridges and sorry for the blurriness, Come on, come on. Oh, drives me so crazy. But also ready for this stability. Ten of Pentacles, culmination, coming through the storm, more than stable. That's what's coming into shore. So it feels as if ships coming in begins with the feminine accepting the ride to the calmer shore. And underneath, yes, Queen of Cups. The love is there. The sensitivity, the empathy is there. Still feeling the love for their divine counterpart. But we're in a bit of a moment here where there's a lot of insecurity about what the feminine is really dealing with. So that is something to focus on in the energy of this full moon, if you're watching at the time that I'm recording. If not, I'd still focus on it. I feel there's something here that's just on the verge of a major breakthrough. And so that's really important. And what I'd like to do is take it to the extended and get a little bit of a deeper dive on what can you do with all of this energy now? What's the next thing that should be like number one on your agenda? The second card will be the block or the challenge, possibly even a dynamic between you around that issue, and then what you can do about it or expect to come of it. And then I'll pull cards for your messages to and from each other. Message for you, Scorpio, from your higher self, spirit, or the universe. That's where we'll let your spiritual team weigh in and provide some measure of guidance or advice. And then what you can expect going forward. If timing's a factor, it would come out there. So the link to that is below, kind of in the first two sentences in the description box. I will be there in a second, or I'll see you on a future reading. Take care, Scorpio. Bye-bye.